Good evening, everyone. Today we're going to be talking about the NGS headline because it is an absolute banger. But first of all, I want to show you what I've been doing. So I'm currently on a business trip, and as you guys know, I only drink on the clock. And so, yes, I've been drinking a lot. But with all that said and done, if you're new to the channel, I upload NGS content daily. So if you do play this game, I would really appreciate a subscribe, as it really helps out the channel. Anyway, without further ado, let's begin the video. So today's presentation style is going to be a little bit different simply because, well, I'm not at home and I'm in a hotel room, and yeah, I don't really have very good recording equipment or video capture equipment. I'm currently using my iPhone 15 Plus, which is very nice. You guys will see an unboxing video of that soon, but yeah. Anyway, let's just jump into the NGS headline. So we're just going to go through all of the different content that is going to be available in the month of October in chronological order as they did it in the NGS headline. So the first thing is going to be a new limited time quest, Night Chill Battle. So this is basically the exact same thing as the Blazing Battle limited time quest. However, yeah, it's pretty much the same thing, to be honest, so nothing too crazy there. Next up is an AC Revival scratch focused on hairstyles. So there's a lot of really nice hairstyles coming back. So if you did want to pick anything up, it might be a good time to do so when this scratch reappears, because the markets are all going to crash and hopefully prices are going to be a little bit more reasonable. However, other than the hairstyle scratch, there's going to be another one that's going to be focused on voices. So if you did miss out on the previous voice scratch, which we had like almost 2 years ago, I think, now it's coming back, so that's a great chance to pick up a couple voices. But to be perfectly honest with you guys, the voice tickets are kind of a niche thing. Like if you really like a specific voice actor, then it makes sense to get their ticket for all of your characters and stuff like that. But for the majority of players, you don't really hear your character's voice that often because most people find it annoying since they speak so much that most people kind of just mute it. So if you're planning to invest into this scratch, you know, be a little bit on the cautious side. I made that mistake. But now to talk about the meat and potatoes of the October update, we are finally getting the main story chapter 6 part 3. We can see Ina's new outfit. Ina looks fantastic. I am very, very happy with her new look, and I can't wait for Ina as well as Manon's outfits to be featured in a new SG scratch, because I am definitely picking up her hairstyle and that outfit looks hella clean. So really looking forward towards that. However, other than that, the Retem exploration sectors are being updated. So that means we are getting these new warp saucers, which actually let you traverse the map really quickly. It's kind of like a blink or a teleport. You kind of throw it into the air and you blink to that spot and you throw it again and you can teleport up to 5 times. That's actually pretty crazy. Kind of reminds me of Keqing's little E ability for those who actually play Genshin Impact. It's very similar to that, except you can spam it 5 times in a row, which is really awesome. But there is a little bit of skill involved in some sort of timing. You need to push the button as the flash goes off at this perfect timing in order to pull off a teleport. On top of that, we're getting new trials. Very interesting trial where tames trapping in each exploration sector, where you gotta like gather the tames into this special location or a specific location. Very unique. Really, it's gonna depend on the loot, like, you know, what the loot gonna be, because I think that's the only thing that matters. And then on top of that, we are getting more main-ins in the Retem region. So if you did need more of those Photon Chunks 2A and 2B, you can get them that way. We are also getting high-level Gigantics, Dread enemies, as well as Recon Gigantics. The nice thing about this is we are actually getting a new starless enemy. So it's gonna adopt the same thing in Alio, where when Gigantics come out, when there's a storm, you kill the regular Gigantics, and then the sky opens up and the starless one spawns. And yeah, we're getting new starless enemy Gigantics, which is really cool. And apparently there's actually a mechanic to defeat them where you need to break specific parts of the boss in order to defeat them a lot easier instead of just raw DPS. So that's a nice little addition. I can't wait to see that. But on top of that, the Gigantics in the Retem region have leveled up to level 84 because our level cap has increased to level 80. So that is amazing. I'm really happy to see our level cap increasing because, you know, we get more powerful and I like bigger numbers. We are also getting Mining Rig Defense Retem rank 3. I am not so thrilled about this, but they've added more enemies. They've added starless bosses, and it's going to be harder, but essentially it's the same thing. Protect the little mining rigs, and you've got 3 of them, bunch of waves of enemies come in, you kill all the enemies, so forth and so on. You know, nothing too crazy there. But next up, we move to our Alliance quarters because, yes, the Alliance mag buff is finally here. So essentially this is the Alliance tree for all of my OGs that played the base game. The TLDR over here is you need to work together as an alliance to build up all of these alliance points to nurture this alliance mag to make it stronger. The stronger or the higher level your alliance mag is, the better buffs it can give you. And it offers you 5 different buffs. The crazy thing is you can actually pick up all 5 buffs simultaneously at the same time and benefit from all of them. So you want more damage, you want more EXP, you want more money, whatever, it's all there. It's really, really good. I actually didn't pay that much attention when I was watching it, to be honest. It showed all 5, but I can't read, so I didn't see which 5 it is. I know there's one that gives you more potency. The rest, I'm not entirely sure, but nevertheless, there's 5 buffs. It's gonna be great. You're gonna do it. You're gonna pick all these buffs up and you're gonna wreak havoc and gain benefit from all of this, okay? Next up are the new features and improvements. As I said earlier, the level cap being raised to level 80, very nice. We are getting some new class skills. They said only to be added to certain classes. I feel like this was the class balancing thing that we saw a couple days back. I think it was a couple days. I don't know, time's been warped and distorted ever since I've been traveling. But other than that, we also get some changes to the Trainia challenge settings where we can maximize enemy level and clear difficulty multiplier. Yeah, there's more settings for the Trainias, I guess. I mean, whatever. That doesn't really matter to me, but that's not content that I do. But for those who do that content, it's there. The next thing is the dual quest changes. This is actually something that I really wanted to see. So they've changed the time limit from 5 minutes to 10 minutes, which is a godsend. That's so nice. It's so much more lenient now at 10 minutes. I don't know about the timings in order to get an S rank though. Hopefully they also made that a little bit easier to get. And on top of that, you can no longer use the regional mag boost when you're in the dual quest. You used to be able to do that in order to gain like a little bit more damage and so forth and so on. However, it was such a pain in the butt to get all those mag boosts. So they've changed it where the mag boost doesn't work in the dual quest. However, they just lowered the HP of the bosses. So this makes so much more sense. It's such a good change. So for those who are looking towards dual quest, or you know, we're on the fence of doing dual quest, now is a pretty good time to do a dual quest after these changes kick in on October 11th. Next up, they've adjusted the visibility lock-on markers when they overlap with the enemy's core. I honestly have no idea what that means, but sure, that's a change. Next up is the display the number of available support items in the item lab. This is really nice, especially with the enhancement success rate boosters. Like when I'm doing enhancements and I'm like, oh, I can do this to 100%, I've got a bunch of 50%, 40%, so forth and so on. Like I never know how many I have, and so I have to like exit like 10 menus, check how many I have, and then go back and enhance. But now with this change, I can just see right there at the little corner, it'll tell me, oh, you've got like 220% boosters. And then I'll just use my 20% boosters without any worries. So that is a good change. On top of that, our add-on skills, we're finally getting the add-on skill 4 and 5 for the generate add-on skills. Remember, level 5 guarantees level 20 on all the add-on skills. So that is going to be the one that you want to aim for. It's going to cost a lot. However, you only need to do it once because it's going to give 20 on your main stat, and that's the only thing that you really should be caring about unless you are truly min-maxing to the crazy. Then yeah, good luck. However, it doesn't end there. We're also getting some different cell shading settings for each character. So let's say that you have 3 characters that have different settings and different cell shading settings and all of that. You can actually save it between each character. So when you load up like your second character, let's say that you don't want cell shading on that, or you want like minimum cell shading, you can just save the preset on it. So when you switch to that character, it saves all of your graphic settings as well. So that's super nice. On top of that, there's a whole bunch of other changes over here, as you can see here, I think, or here. I don't really know where I'm gonna put it post-edit. But moving on to the AC Scratch Street Beat over here, I honestly think that black hoodie is kind of a copy of my actual hoodie that I wear in like the majority of my videos. Other than the big white pockets, it literally looks like the regular blue hoodie that I usually wear. But then again, I'm colorblind, so this is black. I really hope it's black. But you know, in real life, I wear a blue one. All right, moving on to October 18th. So all of the stuff I said before is happening on October 11th. That is when the October update kicks in and all this stuff comes into full swing. But I am very surprised that on October 18th, we are actually getting the limited time event Halloween. Last year, they delayed this till November. They were really late. But yeah, Halloween is actually happening in the right month this time, which is really nice to see. But as usual, it's gonna be just the same as every other seasonal event. You know, things are gonna be a little bit more spooky because it's October and it's Halloween. Of course, we're getting our new seasonal weapons. We're gonna have a special scratch as well that can get weapon camos and all that stuff. We're gonna get limited time tasks as well as limited time titles that you can get. There is gonna be a new Duel quest. It has been confirmed that it is Duel quest phase 3, which means, yeah, we're gonna have to re-augment our armors, re-augment our weapons and everything. And you're gonna wanna do phase 3, especially if you do care about min-maxing, because since we do have the new Retem region, or Retem's getting like a rehaul, there are new high ret domina capsules that you can craft. So they're exactly the same as like high ale domina, but it's high ret domina. And so probably in like a year's time, we're gonna be able to smash all of them together and get the ultra high domina something, I don't know. But yeah, anyway, you need to do the Duel quest in order to make those crazy capsules. So yeah, if you want them, you're gonna need to farm this. Next up are the new high rank combat sectors. So yeah, that's gonna be really nice. You know, we're gonna be able to farm at my favorite Retem Al Noth all over again. It's gonna hurt. It's gonna be a lot of sand, a lot of farming, a lot of money. But they did make Makee lower levels a little bit better because now you can actually use the warp saucer and actually like teleport upwards. So that will be really nice to just navigate or traverse the map, I guess, a little bit easier. So there's that. Of course, we're getting the new Mission Pass Season 25. On top of that, we are also getting the Spriggan collaboration. So I'm a little bit excited for this scratch. I think the weapon camo, it does work for katana, finally. We've had so many weapon camos with the collaborations where there's no katana. So this one finally does, even though it's a dagger, I think, but whatever. You know, we got something. Next up is another 24-man limited time quest, Dreisen Plant Interception. It's the simple boss rush. There's gonna be 2 Megalotics that spawn, the Doldoris as well as the Nils Vera. You just beat them up and yeah, the very typical boss rush. However, it is a 24-player LTQ again, so queue times may be very long if the loot isn't very good. Moving on, we get the new AC Scratch Monster Masquerade. Yeah, it's Halloween. You've got a lot of spooky stuff over here. I think the poncho outerwear is gonna be the main item that a lot of people really want. That's something that I would like because it is an outerwear, which means it works with innerwear as well as base wear and stuff like that. So mixing and matching is gonna be pretty fun with that. But now returning to campaigns which are starting tomorrow, there is going to be a new campaign for new and returning ARKS Call to Arms giveaway, where everyone can get 400 star gems for using like a referral link of some sort. You do need to use Twitter or X for this, unfortunately, but basically you post this thing with a submission form. I'm sure it's going to be like a retweet or something. And then if people use your link, you and that new player both get 400 star gems, and you also get a Matoy outfit. So it's interesting, I suppose. When it comes out, I'll make another video explaining how it works because I don't know how it's gonna work, because you need like a referral link or some sort of submission form that you need to fill it out. It seems like a really complicated process. So yeah, we're just gonna have to wait and see. The next thing that's happening is a creative space contest. So if you are into creative spaces, I know there's still that hack going around where people can edit it, but luckily for this, all you need to do is post screenshots as well as have videos of your own creative space. Again, you need to post it on Twitter though, so there's that. But if you do win, you actually get 5,000 AC as well as an entire year of rental C space. So that is actually quite the attractive prize. So it's definitely something that you guys could look into if you do like creative space stuff. Next up are different October campaigns, which are kicking in on October 4th. So remember our Gear Up class campaign that we got, where we had to level up 3 different classes in order to get these fancy plaques that you can put in creative spaces? That thing is back. However, this time it is for the Hunter, the Ranger, as well as the Force. So that is definitely something that you guys can look forward to, or I'm assuming most people have already maxed out these classes. Remember, you don't have to get to max. So because the level cap is increasing to 80, we don't actually need to get all your classes to 80. I believe it's going to be boosted up to 70 instead of 60 instead. But yeah, you can get a bunch of freebies by doing this. So might as well level up all your classes now so that when this campaign kicks in, you automatically get all the rewards. Very nice. And something that really surprised me is the Phantasy Star remix. So yeah, they're basically going to be playing a bunch of remix songs on YouTube. and every single week when we log in, or I think it's every single week, but we're going to be able to get a bunch of free music CDs as well as different build parts that we can actually put in our creative spaces and stuff. So that's pretty cool, you know. I mean, I would like a concert, but you know, this is the next best thing. I believe we're actually getting some like special movie concerts in the game with featuring some of these remixes, maybe. I think I remember them saying something along those lines. You know, it's the next best thing, I suppose. I'd still wish there was just a new concert. Next up is the release of the Sympathy 2023 collaboration Blu-ray. So this was basically the big orchestra thing that they had last year. Now it's coming out on Blu-ray. And if you do buy the Blu-ray thing, you get a bunch of codes that give you all of the rewards that you got before if you bought tickets to actually participate in this last year. So yeah, if you did miss out on any of these and you've got lots of money to spend, you can buy the Blu-ray CD, and that way you can watch the concert in high definition as well as get all of these really cool emotes and stamps and the mag device. And last but not least is of course the collaboration that is coming in next month, and it is Frame Arms Girl. So unfortunately it isn't Gundam, it isn't Warhammer, it's Frame Girls or Frame Arms. So I mean, I'm not too sad about it because, you know, there's some really cool cast parts in this. So you know, you give and take, right? So I'm not like super disappointed about it, but I'm like, it's okay, right? But that pretty much wraps things up. That's everything that I got out of the NGS headline. If I missed anything, let me know in the comment section below, because as you guys know, I am currently not at home, and so I wasn't able to invest as much time as well as record everything in the format that I usually do everything. So hopefully this style was entertaining enough for you guys, and yeah, I'll see you guys when I get back home. Special thanks to all the members for supporting the channel. It really means a lot to me. Thank you again. But yeah, that's all I wanted to cover in today's video. Hopefully you guys found it helpful. If you did, I would appreciate a like and a subscribe, and I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video. Bye!